huwa meqjus bħala wieħed mill-eqdem adrenaline rush extreme sport li jeżista meta fil-passat kien jintuża fil-Himalajas u l-Alpi għat-trasport sabiex iġorru oġġetti minn post għal ieħor u mbagħad beda jintuża aktar għall-avventura.
Rush from from a outdoor activity standpoint of view became very popular in the early 90s and now it's actually picked up quite a lot. So you have many different zip lines and in fact we have somebody coming down right now. So if I stand to the side you might be able to see what's going on here. That's our
Huwa sport fejn wieħed ikun involut fiżikament fih, però żgur li m'għandux bżonn xi abbiltajiet kbar biex bniedem jagħmel ziplining.
I would classify it as a rush, an adrenaline rush mechanism, because I would like to think of it as a sport when you are actually involved physically in it. There's not a lot of physical ability required for a zip line, so anybody can do it, from young kids to as old as you want to be, as long as you're brave enough to take that leap into the void. Everything happens on its own. So
L-età tvarja u m'hemmx limitu ta' kemm irid ikollok żmien. Kollox idur ma' kemm il-persuna trid vera tipprova ziplining u żomm ruħha partikolarment rilassata.
We've taken children as young as, I think the youngest was 4 years old. As long as they're accompanied by an adult, we can set it up so that you can go with your child in, we call it tandem, in the setup. The oldest person we've had, if I can remember, I think we've been doing this now for about 6-7 years, was probably in their 70s. So there is really no limit. We kit people out with helmets, harnesses, and we make sure that we have somebody capable on the brake line that slows down their trip to where it's not a big shock on their system. And really, it's just an adrenaline rush. It gives you a smile, and that lasts for a couple of hours. I don't know. Some people have it for a week.
Hemm xi apparat jew ħwejjeġ li wieħed għandu bżonn ikollu biex jagħmel iż-zipline?
It depends on the season. So in the summer, like today in Malta, it's very warm, so we tend to go very light with shorts. You don't need special equipment, clothing per se. Just it can be done at any type of weather. In fact, I remember the first time we did the zipline here. We were confronted with a weather system just behind me. It was a squall, and we had some lightning, and we were about to call it off. But the weather passed, and everything was fine. Everything was wet, but I remember that first time we did the zipline. It was not the most comfortable type of weather, but we went through with it. And we've had days where we've had to sit in the car, watch the rain until it was okay to say, okay, let's do this. So. There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing, that's it. Okay, so a lot of the things that we use here, there's a lot of moving parts, but a lot of them have to be rated. We work a lot with scaffolds, with stainless steel cable. And we've had somebody approve the mechanics of it before we put someone on it. As per se, a lot of the anchoring is pretty solid because we have I believe it's titanium steel pins that we drill into the ground of solid rock, obviously, and those are very strong. There's not a lot of tension on the cable. The tensioning of the cable is really just to get it to have a certain, I would like to say the word tension again, but yeah, that's what it is. And the rating of this cable, it really is, there's not a lot of force exerted on the cable. It's just your body weight running down it. And I would have to say, like, when you come to a full stop, we're talking less than, if I had to use a climbing term, it's or physics, it's kilonewtons. So the braking power is under a kilonewton exerted on the cable, and I think a lot of these cables are rated to withstand a whole lot more than that. So.
Ziplining huwa popolari f'Malta, tagħmel differenza ta' fejn il-lokalità tkun u fejn ziplining qiegħed isir.
I think the Maltese have ziplining in their blood. I think it's in their blood because, we have people coming here like 3-4 times. They're very into it, and we try to change the location a little bit. We have done some in Gozo, we've done some in Valletta, Mosta, under the bridge. And it's nice to mix it up. This is more of our steady location for this event. It's quick to set up. The other things take a little bit more time in organizing because obviously we have to have things approved. We need licenses, permits to be approved by the authorities to be. So we try to offer every month a couple of these in different places, and if we have enough bookings, then we can do those other locations as well. And I recommend anybody to try the Valletta one. I think it's the longest one. It's like 350 meters long.
Il-lokalità sabiħa ta' Migra il-ferha, lokalità li esperjenzajna tim ta' sport sajf illum 150 metru twila, 65 kilometru kull sija ta' veloċità.
So John, today when you go down the zip line, you're going to witness all the bird life on the cliff as you go along it. And if you look down at the water, you'll notice that you're about 40 meters, from 60 going down to 40 meters above the water. We measured the distance and we calculated 65 kilometers an hour of speed, which that's your top speed. And then you slow down to here at about 20, and then you come to a butter soft stop at the green crash pad here behind me. And a lot of times you have to do it twice. The first time you just be screaming, hopefully. We like it when people scream, it gets us very excited, makes our day very special. And the second time, then you can look around and there's different techniques of starting on the zip line. Some people like to go the usual ways forwards. Other people like to just go backwards. Kind of reminds them of this falling sensation out of the door of an airplane, getting sucked out into space, into the void. And for those that are really keen, you can take a lot of speed, you can run, you can jump, and some people like to hang upside down. And we have also different harnesses that we can put on you. So we have the Superman harness. We have that's where you literally are flat, and it mimics the Superman pose where you have the sensation of flying. All the other setups tend to be more of in a seat harness position. And then there's one which we call the little puppy, where you get clipped on the back of a harness and it makes you hang like a little puppy and you go down. So there are different ways to skin a cat and ride the zip line.
Ziplining huwa popolari madwar id-dinja fosthom Wales, Costa Rica, kif ukoll Guinness World Record semmew li Toro Verde Adventure Park Puerto Rico bħala l-itwal zipline 7234 pied u 1400 pied il-fuq mill-art.
I've heard of one in Wales. It's like over 2 kilometers long, and you go very fast down that one. I've never tried it. The first time, and there are others in the Philippines and all over the place. My first zip line that I ever experienced was in Costa Rica. It was on I think it was the Las Islas Tortugas, where I was then going from tree to tree. It was a canopy tour, a zip line canopy tour from tree to tree, ending with a very fast, similar like this exit. So that was my first experience.